Alright, hello YouTube. Welcome back to Granblue Fantasy Relink. Last time we got to the very beginning of the Endless Ragnarok expansion. We didn't actually do a quest for it or anything. But we have, this rank up quest available, which we are not really prepared for yet. But also there's a whole other thing that we need to do first.
Alright, see you. We've received a special request.
We have 2 members on our team that still don't have all of their schedule slots. So we need to do their Fate episodes first. Because I'm still mad at Zeta for throwing. She's going to be last. We are saving the worst for last. We're going to do Fairy's Fate episode. And then we'll do Zeta's next. And then after that, we will be heading into the expansion, hopefully. Assuming we don't just, like, die.
Have a nice day.
But I was able to farm a good bit off stream. Got everyone's, well, that I could get in my team's terminus weapons, because my character does not have a terminus weapon yet. I assume it'll probably be at some point
We've
in the
received a
expansion.
special request.
Because technically, not supposed to have her yet. But anyway, let's get into Fairy's Fate episode. Yeah, this one's a regular one, so this will go along with the story.
I'm from Tremont Island, a quiet little place where I lived with my parents and sister. Things were good, except my sister was suffering from a terrible condition. We couldn't treat her on Tremont, so she was forced to travel to another island, all on her own. Back then, skyfaring wasn't nearly the safe bet that it is today.
I
so I wasn't
don't know
sure
that
if
I'd call it a
even
safe
make it
bet
there,
now.
let alone receive treatment.
Although we might be an
I loved my sister
exception.
more than anything. So waving bye to her as she took off toward an unknown future was the hardest thing I'd ever done. I hoped beyond all hope. I hoped till it hurt that her cure would be swift and she'd sail back to me with each setting sun. But the days, they grew into months. Sometime after she left, a brutal pandemic spread across Tremont, crippling our population in a matter of days. I was shocked, watching the good people I'd known all my life pass away. But I was horrified when it claimed my parents.
Ooh.
And when it came for me, I knew death was waiting at the front door. What can I do? I thought, lungs heavy and
Damn.
weighing me to my bed. What could I do but turn to the skies and pray? Please, if you're listening, I want to hear my family. I want to hear their voices again. My pleas were answered, but not by salvation. No, it was Celeste, the primal beast of death, who descended from the heavens.
Okay.
She stole death from the suffering islanders, preventing them from slipping into the afterlife.
Oh,
They
that's
became
actually
zombies,
okay.
sentient and rotting.
That's messed up.
Unlike the others, my corporeal form faded away, leaving my spirit to haunt the land. This, at least, gave me a faint hope. If I was given an unlife, then perhaps my mother and father would be given the same gift. But the months, they grew into years. And it became clear that though Celeste held dominion over death, life was a more complicated matter. It was my wish that had brought unlife to Tremont. I was to blame for turning my hometown into a living cemetery. If the villagers knew what I had done, well, that's why I chose to haunt the manor on the outskirts of town.
Oh.
Alone in those halls, with no one to talk to, I counted the days until I lost track of time. Solitude was better than guilt.
So is this like a monkey's paw
Isolation was better
situation?
than hearing my name used as a curse.
Of like, asked to hear them again. Alright, wish granted. But like everything is messed up in the process. It's kind of what I'm getting from this.
But with time, the silence ate away at my name, until even I forgot who I was.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering from that. Hold on, give me a moment. Had to turn on the air conditioner. Playing games, you know, kind of heats up PC a little bit, which basically makes it a space heater. Not great when it's summertime.
It's true that there weren't people around the manor, but I did discover a few ghost animals floating about.
Oh, is that where ghosts come
They
from?
took a liking to me,
Okay.
probably because of our shared ghosthood, and I gave them cute names to show my affection. Beppo, Gigi, Fuji, and Nicola. Before I knew it,
I like the name
my
Beppo
lonesome
the
days
most.
became a little less gray, if not less repetitive.
Beppo is a good name.
I watched so many tomorrows and yesterdays pass me by. I felt as stale and constant as the mists that covered the island. That all changed when the crew came to my manor. They were a cheerful, lively group, but also straightforward and intimidating. It had been so long since I needed to interact with other people. I knew that if I made contact, I would have to acknowledge the real depth of my loneliness. So I ran, and they gave chase.
So is that what she looks like as a ghost? Because she doesn't seem very ghost-like. Just say, like, she doesn't seem like a ghost.
So I ran again, and they followed once more. No matter where I fled, they found me, undeterred by my spectral form or my ghostly pets. Finally,
Okay.
and decided to ask
She has
them about their
multiple
situation.
forms then, I guess.
Thanks to the mists, they explained, their airship was grounded on Tremont. Like me, like the other islanders. We were all prisoners of Celeste. So long as she still had a pact with the island, there would be no refuge from her fog. But, by the same token, her powers preserved the unlives of Tremont's people, myself included. If Celeste was brought down, we would fade with her. It troubled me, but I knew it was a necessary course of action. I had only one thing to accomplish before confronting the primal beast of death. I needed to come clean to the islanders. It was time to make amends. Had it not been for the arrival of the captain and the crew, I would never have found the strength to make that decision. I marched straight to the village, took a deep breath, and explained to the people how I doomed everyone. But to my surprise, they looked upon me with sympathy and
Is it
warmth.
bad? Is it bad that I'm just imagining? My bad. Sorry. My bad. It's my fault. Just in the middle of like town square. Like, my bad, guys. Maybe next time. Alright.
With the understanding and support of the islanders, I called Celeste once again. But she didn't appear, and the mist still covered the island. That's how I learned the truth. It wasn't only me who had crossed Celeste's fate with our own. The other culprit was the doctor who was traveling through our village, back when the pandemic first appeared. He was secretly conducting research to summon Celeste, We hurried to the place where he resided, but
I'm still confused why she has like a physical body when she's supposedly a ghost. Maybe that's because that Celeste came because of her? Maybe? I guess?
when we arrived,
I don't know.
we
That's what
found
I'm
that his
going with.
consciousness had already been swallowed by the primal beast of death, and he couldn't cough up any helpful information. Despite the setback, I joined with the crew and the islanders to find and defeat Celeste. The mists parted, and the island returned to its former state. Its residents began to pass into the great beyond, disappearing into light.
Yeah, so how are you
Before
now?
long, everyone I'd known had been lifted into the bright sky, leaving behind only their memories. I closed my eyes and waited for my final moments. But no matter how long I waited, I never began to fade.
Why?
Left behind, yet again. I
But
stared out
why?
at the village, devoid of residents. I was alone, but I could accept that. At any rate, the nameless ghost was no more, because a strange man gave me an oddly familiar name. So long as I had that name, and my memories with the crew, I could wait decades, maybe even centuries, for my sister to return.
So I don't know the body thing's being answered in this at all. Why she has a physical body. But so our name is what we gave her then? Or is that not, are we not the strange man? I guess we're probably not the strange man. Because they would have said, she would have said my name. Or I guess captain. But, okay.
I think the captain, however, couldn't bear leaving me to such a hollow fate and invited me to the crew. But how could I leave the island? I knew that my little sister would come back to me. Even though we were no more than graves and warm thoughts, this is where her family was laid to rest. If she came back and no one was waiting, wouldn't she be sad? That's why I knew I had to stay. But the captain wouldn't hear of it. If I was worried about my sister, I should go look for her. It was a new chance.
I mean, yeah, better
I
than
had
sitting
never
around
been off
doing
my
nothing.
island. I had never even considered the option. But I knew I could. I just needed to find the courage. And that's how I set out on a journey with the crew. Somewhere, out there in that big blue sky, my sister is waiting for me.
I mean, yeah, makes sense. It's better to, you know, be actively trying something than sitting there and waiting for something that might happen. You know? Alright. I got pizza delivered. Nice. It was actually a good time to eat.
One day, I was out shopping in Seed Hollow Central Plaza when I saw a woman with kind eyes sitting on a bench. She was absorbed in her needlepoint. Your embroidery is beautiful.
Oh, aren't you
Hot.
a dear? Thank you.
Her smile was genuine and cozy, just like the blanket she was working on. She told me it was a present for her beloved. I've never seen anyone so outside before. She giggled. Really? I'm hoping some of this cheerful sunlight works its way into the fiber. Her name was Malfira, and she invited me to have a seat beside her. Admittedly, the weather was beautiful, the kind that made you appreciate being alive. Or, well, unalive.
Okay, is that why? Whatever unalive is? You know, you know, this term, not the advertiser friendly term. So I guess that she is unalive then. And that's why she has a body. I think that's the closest I'm gonna get to an explanation. I'm stuck on this, but I want to know why.
There was a long, thin trail of
I'm sure I
light
could
dividing
find
the
it
sky,
by
the
looking up
aftermath
lore
of an
stuff or
unfortunate
whatever.
cloud that had been pierced by a wayfaring airship. How fragile those clouds. How fragile our journeys. I glanced back at Malfira, who looked to be making diligent progress. A familiar memory crept to mind, of a time when I begged my mother to sew new stuffed animals for me and my sister. The nostalgia was comfortable, welcomed even, but I was brought back to the present when I heard a troubled sigh from beside me.
Oh. Are we getting into the game now? Yeah. Okay. Oh, we got the whole team, so this is not gonna last long. It isn't just Fairy. Is this going off of that
Is
sigh?
something wrong?
Yes.
Such a forlorn expression didn't match Malfira's cheerful disposition.
Oh, it's from her. Okay.
Oh, sorry to worry you. It's nothing I would bother a stranger over.
Malfira forced a grin and stretched the throw across her lap.
It's just, I had hoped to use warming thread on this little project.
Warming thread.
What kind of thread?
Are you telling me they don't need like heated blankets or something? I mean, I guess to be fair, this is a world of with magic and stuff, so fair enough. That'd be sick. You know, you don't need to, you know, have things heated up. It is always warm. That might actually, if that was a real thing, that might actually make winter like one of the best seasons ever, just because you would always be warm despite being in the cold. I guess I don't know how warm it gets, so it might not counteract it. I don't know.
I didn't even know there were different types of thread. But according to Malfira, there was a type of insect native to Fondom, whose silk was imbued with magic. Items made from this silk were said
Insect?
to retain a comfortable warmth all year round.
I don't.
If only I could get to Fondom on my own. And then there's the matter of tracking the insect.
So it's
Her
got to be
smile
this
never
thing is
wavered,
well, the boss
but
we
the way
fight
her
is a
eyebrows
predator
stitched
of
together,
the
ever
insect.
so
'Cause
slightly, covertly signaled her true
I'm not
disappointment.
remembering any insect
I could
bosses.
do it for you. I know I look young, but I'm a veteran Skyfarer. I put my hands on my hips and puffed out my
I might be
chest, a posture I
blanking.
hoped would inspire confidence.
It's very possible I'm blanking on something.
Oh, that's sweet. But it was just a silly thought. My fault for having unrealistic expectations, really.
From her tone alone, I could tell the pose did not, in fact, inspire confidence. Later, after a quick discussion with the captain, we decided to head to Fondom anyway. I needed Malfira to finish her blanket. I just didn't understand why yet.
Okay.
All pets on deck. According to Sierra, the insect in question nests atop the local wildlife, but there's a rumor a vicious monster also makes its
Yep.
home here.
Okay, yeah, there it is.
Stay on your toes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Those look like fire spirits.
Yeah, this is gonna be a joke. So I mean, we're talking about that's 70 levels higher that we are.
I feel like my sweat is sweating. Why are we going through the trouble again?
Sorry. I just wanted to put a smile on Malfira's face. She looked so, I don't know, forlorn?
But it was your first time meeting her, wasn't it? Who's she to you?
I know it's a weird
I don't want to like
connection,
miss out
but
on
her
dialogue.
name, it sounded like my sister's.
Oh. Wait, so you remembered your sister's name but not your own?
Looks like someone wants to fight. Let's teach them not to butt in.
Yeah, no, that wasn't really a fight.
More wyverns. Momo, you bring up the rear.
Momo, this is an avatar. Oh. Down that one goes.
It's all right, Nicola. I'll protect you from the mean monsters. Gigi, Beppo, down, boys. You can't live so
Beppo.
close to the
Such a
magma.
good name.
What have you fallen?
But they're ghosts. Would it matter that they fall in?
Huh? What's that?
Vern, look out! It's a monster in disguise.
If it is, not a good disguise. How many shots
You
we
must
taking
be that
this will
vicious
thinking this
monster
will
we
take?
heard about. If you thought you could get a leg up on us, you have another thing coming.
Okay, that's about what I expected.
Nice! Another one in the book. Now we can find that bug in peace.
So I was right, basically, that what we were gonna fight was not the bug, but
Mindless
something
bunch,
that,
weren't they?
you know, dangers it or something.
Is this what you were looking for? I proudly displayed the hard-won thread to a surprised and overjoyed Malfira.
My word, you really are a Skyfarer, aren't you?
She took the spool for a closer look.
Yes, this is the genuine article. I can't accept this for free. Let me see what money I have on me.
From her purse, she pulled a
What?
single, unfamiliar coin.
Wait. Did she just, like, in the time that she was still making it, ask about what, you know, well, like, ask about the warming thread. Talked to the captain, left, and got it, and came back before she was done. It's like, damn.
I knew
Okay.
from its extravagant design that it wasn't in circulation anywhere near Seed Hollow, but it looked valuable all the same. I refused the gesture. Retrieving the thread was my decision. I wanted to see that blanket finished. A reward was never part of the equation. Malfira's grin bloomed into a full belly laugh. She told me I was a strange girl. Laughing with her, I replied that I had met stranger.
I mean, when was this? Like, when did that happen?
We've received a special request.
Because had she met Lilith yet? Yes. Yes. Right? Yeah. Yeah, because Managarmer is the first time you see, yeah. I'm blanking on her name for some reason. But, you know, blue hair. Shit. Anyway, it's the first time after... Well, it's actually where you fight Id. Too. It's the first time you beat him. Right? I think? I don't know. Either way, yeah, it's after you meet Lilith. So, yeah, she has met Stranger. I can confirm that, because she met Lilith. Her, that's who I was talking about.
We made another pit stop in Seed Hollow, which gave me the chance to check up on Malfira and her progress with the blanket.
I feel bad for blanking.
Lyria and Vern came
Lyria,
with me,
yep.
and their eyes lit up when they saw her intricate embroidery, just like mine did that first sunny day. Though I hadn't known Malfira for very long, I felt a kinship with her, and I liked to watch her determination evolve with each new stitch. But most of all, I liked that her kind smile, maternal and comforting, was always able to put me at ease.
How much thread did she
I'd
give
never
her?
met anyone so genuine.
Why don't you
In
just
fact,
like, oh,
nor
I'm
had
not
my
able to
pet.
do anything with this little thread.
Who's a spooky boy? Yes, you are.
Malfira playfully scratched
Okay.
behind Beppo's ears. The mood was
Not
light,
even phased that
so I
they're
decided to learn a
ghosts
little more about my friend.
at all.
I noticed you're in the Central Plaza quite often.
More or less. I don't have much else to occupy my time. Not with that silly boy still playing in the sand.
Malfira's partner was a geologist on dispatch in Dali, an extended dispatch, it seemed.
Ah.
Dali was an island of deserts, with bitterly cold nights.
I mean, that's where they fought
To
Excavalion.
Malfira, a cozy blanket seemed the perfect way to combat the harsh environment.
Maybe it won't be necessary. He's coming back for a visit on the Airbus next month, and I'm about to burst with excitement.
Wait. They have public transit? Is that a thing? Or is it just like, you know, the people who are working there is, you know, geologists and shit. That's just what they bring, like, take back. Because I honestly don't know how big the normal ships are that aren't the Grand Cipher, so I had nothing to go off of there.
Her joy should have been infectious. Try as I might to put on a brave face, my heart sank at her words. The Airbus from Dali? Of course.
Oh. Oh, had it not traveled here yet that Excavalion was a thing? Was that after? Yes? I think? I'm not entirely sure what Primal Beast Resurrected was. That's Angraminyu, isn't it? Yeah, that's... Oh, damn. Wow. So we go from... like, before the story... Managarmr... somewhere between Managarmr and Angraminyu. Like, Minyu. Like, that was a quick jump. Level 20, though, by the way. So this is epilogue stuff. Yeah, about that.
During the next month's visit, Malfira looked more downtrodden than I had ever seen. Vern expressed his distress before I could vocalize my own.
Holy spools, lady. You look like you've been up all night. You feeling okay?
Vern, shut
Malfira
up.
meekly raised her head, barely affording him a grin.
My love, he didn't come back to me.
It took me a moment to find a response. I'm sure... I bet he'll find a way to return next month. She had already been waiting an eternity for him. What comfort were my words? And yet, she still found the strength to smile.
I hope so. I'm so tired of moping around like this. It's getting harder to stay positive, but I'll find a way for his sake. That man, you know, he's so absent-minded, he probably mixed up the date on his ticket.
Malfira unrolled the blanket across her lap, checking the backing of her stitching.
I mean, if true, at least she's got a decent attitude with
I've
it.
poured a lot of love into this design. I hope he likes it.
I don't know if this is
As
cope
she
or just,
vacillated
like,
from
actually
melancholy
just how
to
he
forced
is.
cheer and back again, I had to bite my lip for fear my thoughts would spill out.
Yeah, that's hard to tell if it's just cope or like actually how things are.
One month passed, and still no word from Elfira's beloved.
I'm sure he has his reasons.
Lyria tried to comfort the young seamstress, but Malfira's smile was noticeably dimmer than before.
Yes, you're right. He's not one to take risks or push himself too far. There's nothing to worry about, I'm sure.
Her words sounded strained, like she was trying to convince herself. I thought I knew what was happening, but I couldn't bring myself to acknowledge it. Not yet.
Hello, how
We
you
were all
doing?
stuck in awkward silence, so I changed the subject.
Hope you've been doing well.
How did you two meet?
It's
It
been a
was
little
in
bit.
this very plaza. He was a bookworm, so
I guess
he
has it?
came here to do his reading. I was out catching some sun myself when he found the courage to sit next to me. I turned to greet him and he shoved a book on embroidery in my face. Not the greatest first impression, huh?
Oh,
Energy returned to her movements. Color returned to her smile.
So what
dealing with
did you
family
do?
issues.
You're going
It
to
happens.
laugh.
Hope
I told
everything's
him I
turning out
already
alright.
owned the book.
It's never
His
fun.
face turned pale as a ghost, but it was cute, seeing him all vulnerable. So
I know what
asked
that's
his
like.
name, and the rest is history.
She shut her eyes, savoring the nostalgia. Then she sighed.
Guess I'll have to go to Dolly and drag him home myself, won't I?
Medically,
No, not that.
yeah,
I couldn't let her go to
that's
Dolly
never
alone.
fun.
After witnessing her optimism return, I couldn't let her learn the truth.
Alright, so we heading to Dolly, I assume? Yep. Seems like it. With our very overpowered crew. Okay, overpowered for this point in the game. Anyway.
No, you should stay here. We'll go for you. Dolly can be a dangerous place, and I'm sure your partner wouldn't want anything to happen to you. I hoped that logic would be enough.
Dolly? Dangerous? But so many people live there. But if a skyfaring crew is offering their services, who am I to deny professionals?
So,
Vern scrunched his face in confusion.
did they not know about Excavalion just popping up? I don't know. I don't know how big these islands are half the time, so... Might be, you know, the same thing as, like, I don't know, something happened across, you know, an entire country. Well, it doesn't matter. It ain't near me. It's kind of hard to tell.
Lots of people? What are you talking about? Dolly's basically a giant sand...
A quick nudge was enough to interrupt Vern. I hoped Malfira had missed the majority of his comment. You can trust us. We handle this kind of assignment all the time. We'll be back before you know it.
Wait, was Dolly
Okay,
not
let's do
always
it.
a desert?
My air of confidence,
Or
false though it was,
did she just
seemed to
not
bring her
know
welcome relief.
that nobody lives there?
Could you take the blanket with you? I wanted to give it to him myself, but I know he's probably already spent weeks freezing at night, and it won't do me any good here.
She pushed a soft bundle into my hands. It was warm to the touch, thanks to the silk from Fondom, but it was also warm to the soul, thanks to the love and care that Malfira put into every stitch. Of course, it would be my pleasure.
Alright.
Okay, let's do this.
What we're doing is a good question.
According to Malfira's map, the excavation was near the central ruins.
Are you sure you want to trust that dusty old thing?
Point taken. But we can at least get a sense for the lay of the land. Now let's go. This
I
place
figure
is
we're still
crawling with
one-shotting right
monsters.
now.
Stay on your toes, everyone.
I mean, this is stuff you usually do way before this, but... I just wanted to progress, man. And progress I have.
Clean this place up so we can start our search.
Doesn't look like anything's here. Maybe we'll find something back at the western campsite. It's worth a look.
You gotta make me go across this entire desert multiple times. Is that what's gonna happen here? Not exactly excited about that
Do these guys
prospect.
get paid to fight us or what?
I'm starting to get restless. Come on, let's hurry. This place feels right somehow.
Oh, he ramped off of this and fell on his back or something. That's what happened. Oh, just standing there.
I think I saw someone over there. Let's go.
I've been staying here for 3 weeks. My legs hurt.
Where'd that dude from before go?
I think I know.
No, it can't be.
I'm afraid so. He's no longer with us, but we've at least found his resting place. That's some comfort.
Who did that?
What? No, that's impossible.
That's my question. Who did that and when? Cause nobody's here apparently. But you're not gonna, make your own like burial site and bury yourself. That's not how it works. I don't
We
know.
all stood before a grave.
I'm confused
Created
now.
15 years ago in the
Unless
wake
he's
of a
also
terrible
unalive.
calamity. Carved on the back were the names of the deceased.
Oh, it's a mass
there,
grave. Okay, never
In the
mind.
middle of them all was the name of Malfeira's
I guess I probably should have
beloved.
figured that out how big it is.
I wrapped the blanket around the stone, tying it securely so the harsh desert environs wouldn't steal it, like it stole the lives of these scholars. Maybe it would at least keep their memory warm. Malfeira put her heart and soul into this blanket. Take care of it, okay?
Damn. That's rough.
Is your stomach growling? Then give it what it wants.
Right.
We've received a special request.
She's been thinking this entire time he's coming back. That's rough. Oh, that smile ain't great. That smile ain't gonna last long.
When I returned to Seed Hollow, Malfeira's voice was shaky.
Is he okay?
I couldn't face her as I struggled out a response. He's
Vern goes, he dead!
fine. He said the survey was taking longer than expected. That it's going to be a while before he can join you.
Oh, thank goodness. I was starting to fear the
Really?
worst.
Really?
She was relieved. I was crushed. But how could I bring myself to tell her the truth?
Really, Fairy?
He
Why
said,
you
"Thanks
doing
for the
that?
blanket. That he'll never
Why you
feel
pulling
cold
that
again."
crap?
Of course he won't. We made sure of that by retrieving the silk from Fondom.
Malfeira's joy was contagious, but I still had to force myself to smile. I'm not sure if my act was convincing, but I knew, more than anything, that I didn't want to show her how sad I truly was. When her own grin softened, I knew my ruse had failed. If anything, my glaring lies had only cast a light on the truth she'd buried deep in her mind.
I mean, you didn't really try that
I
hard.
can't thank you enough for delivering the blanket. I knew I couldn't rest until it was safely in his arms.
It clicked. Malfira knew what she was. She knew what I was. Hearing the sorrow evaporate entirely from her voice confirmed it. But now nothing bound her to the world, and she began to fade,
Oh,
like mist in the
oh,
morning
so
light.
she is also
I watched,
unalive then.
tears in my eyes,
I guess.
as the contours of her form
sure.
blurred into abstraction.
Somewhere deep down, I knew I had died. It was the day he left for Dolly. I'm not sure what happened, but I just had to wait for him, hoping he would come sit next to me one more time. I've held
Okay.
on to that hope for what seems like an eternity.
Man, this unalive thing seems kind of annoying. It seems like one of the most monkey's paw stuff ever. Because it seems to just be constantly, I want to see or talk to this person again. And then you stay alive, and then they never come back. You're just stuck there forever. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Malfira, I'm sorry. I feel like I lied to you.
I mean, you did.
Oh, hush now.
You did.
I bent the truth too, didn't I? I was glad for your company. Happy to have someone to chat with.
Malfira brought her hands to her chest and looked up to the infinite blue stretching above us.
Do you think he liked the blanket? Do you think he's warm now?
He was
Probably not. He's
overjoyed.
probably pretty cool.
You found the best thread, stitched away in the sun, and poured your love into it. How could he not be? She smiled her last to me, more genuine and placid than ever.
Oh, I guess she is
before.
a ghost, so she could probably
Before we went to Dolly, I wanted to
talk
confirm
to
my
him. Maybe I don't
suspicions
know.
about Malfira. I checked with an airship engineer about airbuses to the desert.
Dolly? No liner's been out that way for about 15 years now, on account of what happened and all.
Oh,
He explained that the last ship to Dolly was filled with scholars and their families, leaving on a
Oh.
journey from which they'd never return.
that.
But 15 years. She'd been waiting 15 years to deliver her gift. I knew her isolation. I wouldn't let her wait any longer.
Damn. Yeah, like seriously, that whole thing just seems like it is just monkey's paw, the thing. Because that was the whole thing, was I want to do this thing, even though I died. I want to do it, and then you just never get to do it. Messed up, man.
Before I was ready to part ways with Malfira for good, I decided I needed to build a new grave for her and her beloved in Dolly. I realized that she had been right. With both sand and chill nipping at your skin, the desert nights really
Well, there's
were
a giant
cold
hole in
and
the ground
unfriendly.
now,
Wrapping the blanket around
where
the new
Excavalion used to
gravestone,
be.
I looked up at the full moon and saw 2 shooting stars falling through the night sky like tears down a cheek. And I knew, despite the chill, this was the perfect resting place. I turned to my pets. It's okay now. They'll never be apart again.
Wow, we did that a lot earlier than I thought. So I guess here's the question then. Could I do hers? I hope I can. So let's get into it. Let's do Zeta's then. Still mad at her for throwing the first proto Bahamut fight though. After this, we will have a full sigil slot team. Finally.
When people ask me why I joined the society, I always give them the same answers. To get my hands on sick weapons, because the work was fun, and because I liked busting my butt and actually getting rewarded for it. Sure, the society talked a good game about spreading freedom and protecting the Sky Realm's peace, But it wasn't like I ever set out to be a hero.
Okay, yeah, total like 180 on, you know, personalities here.
But hunting primal beasts with badass seal weapons? Sign me the hell up. Too bad there weren't enough weapons to go around. Only the best of the best become weapon contractors. Of course, I knew from the start I was contractor material. Wasn't long before I was making a pact with the Spear of Arves. What a hot little number. Now, did I feel bad for those who didn't make the cut? Yeah, a little. But I earned my position. And no one was gonna take that away from me. It wasn't about becoming rich or famous. It was about proving my worth. I don't like being undersold or underrated, you know? Best part was, as a weapon contractor, I had dibs on the deadliest missions. And those were perfect for showing everyone what I was made of. And damn, did the society have its fair share of enemies. The worst of which was an evil coalition we simply called the Foe, who only seemed to care about sowing chaos.
Okay. Whoever's naming things in society, get rid of them. Like, come on. You couldn't have thought of a better name for, like, the worst enemy for the for, you know, your group than the Foe. Really? Okay.
As soon as I became a contractor, I was thrown into battle with the Foe. Talk about out of the frying pan and into the fire. My orders were explicit. Eliminate on sight. There were some days when the bloodshed took its toll on me. But then I'd remind myself that these villains were out to wreck the
Good thing she wears red by default.
When I wasn't putting bad guys into the ground, I hunted primal beasts to gather their battle data. See, seal weapons aren't just good at taking down primals. They absorb their powers, too. That's what makes our vest so special. The more primals it crushes, the stronger it gets. Imagine how unstoppable I'll be once I supercharge this bad boy. So,
Pretty sure she doesn't have it equipped
my
right now.
average work week looks like this.
Because I don't think
Slay
it's good.
foes and primals,
No,
get paid.
it might be her
Then
ascension
splurge all
weapon.
that cash on my
I might
days
have
off.
it equipped.
Look, if you're gonna work hard, you might as well play hard, right?
You know, she might have it equipped, actually. Actually, gonna check. What does she have equipped?
See you.
Nope. No. It's her defender weapon. Yep, nope.
We've received a special request.
That's kind of funny. Alright. Moving on. Because now she's
Before
in
I
the
joined
crew.
the society, I used to lead a group of knights. It was all fun and games, until the local lord tried to adopt me as his daughter.
Hate it when that happens, you know? You just, you know, mind your own business, leading a group of knights, and then suddenly, hey, you're my daughter now. Hate it when that happens.
I never cared for social status, and I sure as hell didn't want to be tied down by expectations. My life, my reins. So I said so long to my compatriots. Was nice knowing ya.
Wait, I just realized. So there's a couple reasons why, you know, you'd have to adopt someone as a daughter. And not just have one. I mean, I guess I'll probably, like, you know, illegitimate ones are probably frowned upon. So, maybe just kind of lucky it had all boys, but my headcanon is he's actually just like a complete dick and he cannot actually get any, despite being a lord. That's my headcanon.
But if playing by my own rules was so important to me, then why'd I throw in with the captain's crew? Well, I didn't do it just for funsies. My master plan was to have the crew members join the society too, which would have bought me a ton of brownie points with the higher-ups. But journeying with the crew changed me. I met people from all walks of life, and I grew as a person. I started thinking I'd be better off following the crew instead of the society. I'm a natural-born fighter. Maybe I could put myself to better use elsewhere. Because honestly, becoming a contractor wasn't my main reason for seeking out the society. In the end, I just figured they were the organization that offered me the most freedom.
Okay. Makes sense why I should join then. Not Basaraga.
So if it wasn't clear by now, I like doing things my way.
For sure it
Which
is.
brings me to a constant thorn in my side.
Yep.
Vasaraga, the annoying half of my two-man cell. Considering it was Drill Sergeant Ilsa who assigned us together, I figured she knew what she was doing. Yeah, no. Vasaraga and I gelled like oil and water. Did Ilsa really expect us to have good team chemistry? I think sticking him with me was an attempt to keep him from going off the deep end. Only later did I find out he'd been through some pretty traumatic events in his life.
I still haven't played as
Both
Vasaraga.
physically
in
and
this.
emotionally. Maybe that's why he can be borderline suicidal whenever someone else's life is at stake. Don't get me wrong.
Oh.
I'm all for helping people. I'm just saying it's 100% possible to play hero without throwing your life away.
I know that like a big thing for him is like using his life for things and like and armoring through stuff. Both I think in the fighting game too, actually. Now mind you, I mean in versus Rising isn't even in this game, so
I remember this one time when we got
Rip.
trapped in a life
Rip
and
having
death
Vera in the
situation
game.
because of his screw up. You should have heard the rage I was spewing. Know what he did next? He apologized, which just felt out of character coming from him. Like, even though it was your fault we're in this mess, don't just throw in the towel, man. Ugh, it was so frustrating. Who knew that big lug could be so sensitive? On the flip
sometimes it's how
side,
it goes.
I can't help but be honest. I like what I like, and I hate what I hate. I don't want anyone getting the wrong impressions about me. I might say things that ruffle a few feathers, but I stand by my words. I can't take back what I've already said. Anyway, I'd rather be true to myself than be something I'm not. That's just the kind of gal I am.
Alright. Yeah, I've definitely noticed that like her and Vasaraga definitely are around each other a lot. So I guess that explains it. Is I assume the society. I assume that's who paired them up. So that explain. I forget what it was that had them both there. Oh, it was for the Piete fight. Or PIA, I don't know. Piete. But it was for that fight. Because they were the ones that were like, yeah, there's like this robot thing. It's gonna cause some issues. So that makes more sense.
It was good to be back in Seed Hollow after wrapping up another easy-peasy mission. Since my schedule was empty, I decided to hit up a cute little cafe for some much-deserved cake.
Hello there.
Some little kid I've never seen before walked right up to me, his eyes twinkling with starstruck awe. He got down on one knee and said,
Will you marry me?
"Was this kid for real? Did
Okay.
he even know what he was asking?"
Yeah, that's a kid being a kid.
You've got guts, little man. Tell you what, come find me in a decade or so, and then maybe we'll talk. I thought a gentle rejection would get him off my back, but I was wrong.
If you walk away now, you'll be making the biggest mistake of your life.
I knew better than to
Oh
take it,
my.
but I had to admit, I was sort of
Yeah, I mean,
curious.
coming from a kid, that's actually
Okay,
kind of funny.
hotshot, I'll bite.
All right.
Why are you asking a total stranger like me to marry you? At least he had a good eye. Credit where credit's due.
Because I know you're strong. You make stomping monsters look so easy. Oh, and you're really pretty too.
Wow, what do you know? A sweet talker.
And your spear is wicked cool. How many monsters can you shish kebab with that thing?
I should have known. Boys
Right.
love the heroic stuff. 10, 20, it doesn't matter. The real prize is in hunting primal beasts. Oh, wait, you guys don't call them that. I meant primeval gods. I've got a soft spot for children, especially the ones who hang on my every word. You try ignoring the adorable little scamps. In any case, it seemed clear that this boy was genuinely head over heels for me.
So, how about it? Will you marry me?
Nope.
Yeah, good
Aw,
answer.
come on.
Word of advice, don't spring a marriage proposal on an unsuspecting woman. Catch you later, little man. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll chat some other time.
that's
I ruffled
that's
his
good
hair
advice.
and started walking off.
I'm not giving up.
The tyke knew how to dream big. If only a certain grumpy lug I knew had the same level of optimism.
All right. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be another stomp, to say the least. Oh, he's here again.
Oh, hi, Azeda. Fancy running into you here. You're just as pretty as the first time we met.
It was yesterday, kid.
I had started to wonder if I'd ever see the little heartbreaker again. Guess I got my answer. We talked for a bit, and I learned his name was Vahn. I knew which question he wanted to pop, but I didn't have time to humor him today. A hospital in Seed Hollow was in dire need of medicinal ingredients, so it was off to Fondom for me and the crew.
Okay, gotcha. I understand.
Well, that was easy, considering how he kept pestering me. I didn't expect him to be so reasonable.
I know better than to get in the way of your job. I am a little worried, but I'm sure the monsters won't give you any trouble.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna out-level him by like
You
70.
got that right. I eat monsters for breakfast. Aw, how sweet.
Well, it's
Little
lunchtime.
Bug had total faith in me.
Oof, it's
Stay
lunchtime
safe
though.
out there. Come back in one piece.
I will. As I left to meet up with the crew, I made a mental note to pick up a souvenir for my biggest little fan. Sweet. I think that's everything on the list.
Good, because this heat's killing me. Let's get back to the ship.
All right.
What the?
Oh no.
Could be a sign this place is ready to blow sky high.
Well, I'm not sticking around to find out. Let's keep moving.
Ah.
Being boiled alive is bad enough. Now I gotta deal with wyverns?
I think the ground's sinking into the magma.
What? Screw these flying lizards! Where's the exit? Ow, hot! Can't go that way. Just grab ingredients, they said. It'll be easy, they said. This bites.
Okay. She's fun.
Fire spirits!
I'm sorry I ever set foot in this oven.
She's fun. I like her.
GG pieces.
Didn't really know her like personality much before. She's fun.
If we can get to that higher ground over there, that should lead us back outside.
Can you pick up the pace? The magma's rising even
Now that I'm thinking
faster!
about it, her and Fro is actually a scary combo.
Oh, pistol demons!
Oh god. That is actually a scary combo. What have I done with this team? Yeah, whatever.
I think we're safe here. Maybe.
Man, I really worked up a sweat. At least we didn't lose anyone.
Grand Cypher's just up ahead. Come on!
I was about to say, like, that's not the entire thing. Now, you're gonna die in, like, 10 seconds tops. I'm pretty
What
sure.
are the odds of bumping into a golem in here?
Who knew it?
Yeah.
Say your prayers! Hey, what's this? A piece of rock from the golem? I like the way it glitters. Might make a neat souvenir for a certain someone I know. Well, not bad for a day's work.
Yeah, the annoying thing is I don't really get to use the characters once we're at this point for these.
Welcome back, Zeta!
Vahn was the first person to greet me when I returned to Seed Hollow. He ran over to me like an overexcited puppy. Here, I got you a little something
That's
for being
probably
good.
pretty accurate.
Wow, this rock is crazy! It's all shiny and stuff!
I'm a pro at picking out gifts, if I do say so myself. After all, what kid isn't mesmerized by shiny objects?
It's true.
Vahn wouldn't stop
It's true.
thanking me. I honestly didn't think he'd like it that much. But in this case, I was happy to be wrong.
It's amazing how you made it out of Fondom without a scratch. You're a one-woman wrecking crew.
Can't argue with the truth.
Anyway, it's cool that you're being nice to me, but I don't mind when you play hard to get either.
Kid, please stop it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, kid. Please stop.
Huh? The nerve of this kid.
Are you blushing?
What? His confidence was respectable. Admirable, even. But seriously, get real, little man. Talking to you makes my head spin.
Does that mean you're falling for me?
No, it means I'm worried about your future. Years from now,
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a
Vaughn's be
problem.
breaking hearts left
Yeah,
and right.
he's gonna be a
Mark my
problem.
words.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. He's gonna be a problem. Oh boy.
Yeah?
Oh no.
We've received a special request.
Oh boy. Oh, now he's meeting Vasaraga. Oh boy.
Hey there, Zeta! So glad I caught you again.
How did he always know when I was in Seed Hollow? He was clueless to his clinginess, and it was testing my patience.
Are you free today? I was thinking we could go on a picnic.
I mulled it over for a bit.
Vasaraga
didn't
goes,
sound
I
that
like
bad.
picnics.
It was a nice day.
Let's
after
go
all.
eat food. I don't know Vasaraga's personality at all, so.
Oh no. Is this a bad time?
His puppy dog eyes bore into my soul. How could I say no to that? Kids just have this way of triggering your protective instincts. Not to mention they can be terrifyingly perceptive. You know what? The weather's great today. So, count me in. His face lit up with joy, and I turned to my next important decision. What to have for lunch. I didn't have to think too hard about that. When it came to picnics, sandwiches were the only way to go.
Agreed.
This must be the lad I've heard so much about.
A few days earlier, I was in the ship's lounge telling the captain about Vahn, when Vasaraga happened to walk in. so he ended up learning about the kid, too. He listened without saying much. Never was the talkative type, anyway.
Hi, mister. I'm Vahn.
I half expected Vahn to cower from Vasaraga, but instead the boy dropped a friendly hello. Maybe he had a strict upbringing.
I mean, yeah, I'm just, I see Boss Rock, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna talk less, and I'm actually gonna, I got something to do. I have, like, anything else to do right now.
Call me Vasaraga.
Vasaraga looked at me, then at Vahn, then back at me again. What did he want?
So that's how it is. Here, Zeta. Take these.
I peeked into the bag he gave me and did a double take. It was stuffed with fruit sandwiches.
These come highly recommended by Vern, Lyria, and the captain. You should split them with Vahn.
For the both of us. Huh. Call me crazy, but it almost sounded like he went out of his way to buy these for us. I rummaged through the goods and caught sight of one sandwich stuffed with melon slices and another with peaches. Nice. Those are my favorites.
You know, I didn't really, I was thinking there's gonna be like jam or something. That's just straight up fruit sandwiches. I've never even thought about doing that before. I don't know how that would be. I don't even know how to feel about that. Fruit sandwiches. Am I gonna try it? No. No, I'm not.
Hey, great pickups,
But,
Vasaraga.
okay.
Can't wait to scarf these
Huh.
down.
Fruit
Go for it.
sandwiches.
Cha-ching! Jackpot! Vahn and I said our goodbyes to Vasaraga, and we found an open bench in a park just outside the city.
You look really happy. Are you a big fruit fan?
I was jamming an ungodly amalgamation of fruit, bread, and whipped cream into my face. I think that counts as a yes.
Oh, okay. I think you're just having dessert, basically. You're basically having just like a raw dessert, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah, more or less. I like anything as long as it's tasty.
Ah, that's good to know.
There was no chance in hell Vasaraga picked out these cute sandwiches all by himself. Absolutely none. Someone in the crew must have tagged along. The thought of him stomping through the aisles of a shop filled with cupcakes and cookies drew a chuckle out of me.
Okay, I'd actually pretty great to
So,
see.
Are you and Vasaraga?
Of course he asks that.
Are we an item? Gross! Is that what it looks like to you? Look, he's just my coworker. I'm kind of stuck with him. Uh-huh. He opened his mouth as if he had more to say, but I guess he changed his mind. We ended up having a fascinating chat about bugs instead.
Okay. Cool. Bugs are cool. Sometimes. This entire thing's just gonna be about this kid. Alright,
afternoon,
fair
Zeta.
enough.
It's always nice to see you.
It was another gorgeous day. Vahn came bounding over to see me for like, what, the 100th time? Or maybe even millionth?
I wanted to give you something to say thanks for the souvenir you got me. I hope you like it.
He held out a beautifully wrapped box, its sides emblazoned with the logo of a world-class bakery. I didn't know what to say. Kids ought to be spending their lunch money on cheap snacks, not fancy pants pastries.
Oh my.
Are you sure you want me to have this? How could you even afford this with pocket
You better not do
change?
what I think he's gonna try to do.
Don't you know it's discourteous to appraise the worth of one's gift?
How do you know big
Okay.
words like
I
that?
don't think so, no.
Papa told me.
Oh, great. Don't
That's
tell
how
me he
he's
got his
gonna
family
basically
involved.
use it like a ring.
I wanted to show you how much I care, so I saved up my allowance. Zero Carte helped me pick a shop that's popular with girls.
Vahn stared at the ground as he spoke, stealing an occasional glance at me to gauge my reaction. He had put his feelings out there in the only way he knew how, and it was all coming to a head. In a situation like this, I had to be firm yet considerate. I could never live with myself if I trampled over his heart, even if I didn't mean to.
I thought for sure you'd like it. I guess I was wrong.
He kicked at the dirt, still unwilling to meet my gaze. Wow. As if
Damn.
I didn't feel guilty enough already.
Alright.
What are you talking about? This is an awesome gift.
Kid knows how to lay it on thick.
As soon as I said that, his toothy smile came roaring back with a vengeance. But from now on, you can't give me any more presents.
Why not?
In one fell swoop, he turned my words against me. Poor boy was on the verge of tears. His voice quivered as he explained his intent. He had seen how delighted I was with Vasaraga's gift of sandwiches, and all he wanted was to deliver that same joy. Oh, you sweet darling boy. You've got a lot to learn, but your heart's in the right place. I'd hate to leave you jaded. I decided that honesty was the best course of action. No more tiptoeing around the issue. It's a lovely gift, but I'm worried you're not eating enough to grow big and strong. That's why I want you to spend your money on snacks for yourself, okay?
That was a good way to go
Okay.
about it.
Got it.
Alright.
Way to go, Zeta. So much for being upfront with him. I'm glad you understand. Now why don't we dig into this yummy treat together?
Sure. I'd be happy to feed you.
Gah! Why, you conniving little...
You know what? Kid's got guts. I gotta give credit there. Kid's got guts. I mean, came up to her because, hey, you're like the lady that can just, quote unquote shish kebab monsters. And I'm a little 8-year-old, maybe? Wow.
My hands work just fine, thank you very much.
Phooey.
Oh, new little brother. Oh.
From now on, I'm gonna prove that we're meant for each other.
Kid, please
The talk
stop.
I had with Vahn yesterday only intensified his resolve. I asked him what he had in mind.
First, I'll get to know you better, Zeta.
A little late for that, but at least he was thinking in
Yeah.
the right direction.
Let me see. Okay, first question. What's your type of guy?
Not
Subtlety
a kid.
wasn't Vaughn's strongest
No,
point.
no, it's not.
How to be compatible with your partner is something you should figure out for yourself.
Huh? But I don't know how to do that. It's faster just to ask.
This kid.
Do you like strong guys?
You could say that. I prefer someone who knows how to fend for themselves. Means I don't have to worry about them as much.
Well, that's perfect then.
Vahn stood up straight and tall and proudly puffed out his chest.
I'm still in the middle of sword training, but I'm the best out of all the kids in the class. Even the bigger
Oh,
ones.
wow.
Already outclassing the
All
older
right.
kids, huh? Not bad, not bad. I wonder how I stacked up when I was his age.
Now do you love me?
Not even close. Phooey. His reactions cracked me up. There was never a dull moment with this kid.
There has to be a way for me to win your heart.
I'm sorry, but that was just too precious. I didn't mean to laugh, but his frustration caught me off guard. He was trying so hard against the odds to win me over. If we were around the same age, things might have been different.
I don't care about being precious. I care about you.
The more he sulked, the harder it became to hold in my giggles. Sorry. I patted his head in an attempt to lighten the mood, but he wasn't having it.
Oh boy.
Bahamut saved me. His kid was so sweet he was gonna give me cavities.
He's definitely trying. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem when he's older. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Zeta and Vasaraga. I don't even have Vasaraga yet.
The air in Seed Hollow that morning was electric. I hadn't felt that amped up in a good while. Time to get this show on the road.
Roger that.
Vasaraga had met up with me right on schedule. I sucked in a lungful of the morning chill to calm my nerves.
Good morning, Zeta. Good morning, Vasaraga.
Morning. You're up awfully early today.
Where are you guys going?
He must have sensed something big was in the works. The concern in his voice was clear as day. A couple of rough customers challenged us to a serious fight.
I want to come too. Can I, please?
It wasn't like him to try to tag along. He knew better than that. No can do, little man. This isn't a game.
I feel like Golan's just gotta be involved,
But
right?
I've been practicing my sword swings every day. I can help you beat them.
Of
If it's
all
a
the days
straight
he
up
could have picked
challenge.
to be fussy, why did it have to be today?
Sparring and actual combat are worlds apart. Pride goeth before destruction.
It was obvious from the frown on Vahn's face that he wasn't going to take no for an answer. I need you to be good and listen to us, all right? We left Vahn behind and made a beeline for Seed Hollow Castle. We stepped into its great hall, where Magliel and her sword veil were already waiting.
Allow me to extend my utmost gratitude for taking the time to indulge my invitation.
Can the formalities. I came here to throw down, not listen to boring
So is it gonna be
speeches.
Vasaraga, Golan's?
I didn't think the castle would be okay with us doing battle within its walls.
Well, no one else was
So I
using
feel
the
like
hall.
2v1's
Let's
kind of
just say those who
surprising.
helped with the castle's restoration are afforded special privileges.
This woman, for all her pomp and circumstance, was no joke of a warrior.
I was curious as to whether your weapons are deserving of their legend. My fellowship prides itself with collecting only the most prized armaments.
I know that now. Because I did her Fate episodes.
I knew there had to be more to this call-out.
I'll get straight to the point. We are interested in purchasing your seal weapons. Allow me to appraise their performance during our little skirmish.
In other words, she was making us an offer we couldn't refuse. Even though this isn't a fight to the death, don't come crying to me when you get your asses handed to you. Magliel didn't respond. She simply smirked and an arsenal of magic swords materialized around her. I tightened my grip on our vest and took a deep breath. I thought back to all the times Vasaraga and I had cheated death. It made me feel invincible. This victory belonged to us.
I think in either this game or versus Rising, Vasaraga literally has a move called Cheat Death. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like he does.
Let's do this, Zeta.
Hell yeah! The words were barely out of my mouth before I was leaping into the fray.
Oh. This is an interesting spot to
Magriel,
fight her.
Commander of the Sword Veil. To arms!
How old are you, 50? Oh, that's gonna be like a
May I
couple
have
hits.
first dance?
Say what you will about her, but she's got
I
plenty
want
of
to let the
style.
dialogue go for a second.
She's no ordinary foe.
My blades tremble.
You suck!
All right then.
Come on, loser!
Good.
Over
Not
here!
yet?
Well, that didn't do much.
Because her magic swords play offense and defense. We need to smash her!
Alright, wow.
You're performing marvelously.
Oh, really? I haven't even gotten started yet.
That makes two of us. Now that we've limbered up, what
Alright,
say
you're
you?
done now. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna sit here forever.
Sight to see. Thank you both for exhibiting the beauty of Arves and Grinon.
You're not so bad yourself. Most people
I mean,
would have
I'm
lost
not
to us by
even
now.
using it. I forget what I'm using, but it's not her base one, so.
Great hustle, guys.
Okay. Cool. What, are you
better
scared?
Have a good reason for sneaking in here, little man.
I didn't want you getting hurt. That's all.
Oh, why didn't you stay put like I told you to? I said this wasn't a game. There's no excuse for being a distraction on the battlefield. Every swordsman knows that, even rookies. Vahn fell silent, realizing he couldn't argue back. He just stood there with his head hanging down.
Yeah, you could die.
Crap. Was I too hard on him? But here's the thing about warfare. If you're all valor and no discretion, you're gonna end up in a coffin real fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
Vahn looked so miserable. It was like watching a kid choke down bitter medicine. What can I say to soften the blow?
You made a mistake, but your intentions were true. It takes courage to own up to one's error and apologize.
True. That not many people
gently
do
clapped the boy
that
on
in
the
this
shoulder
day
with
and
his
age.
rugged mitt. Vahn quickly perked up after that.
Yeah, that is very true, actually. Because, yeah, most people just don't admit that like, they did wrong or are wrong. Like, nope, you're actually the one that's wrong.
Vasarag is like a giant teddy bear when it comes to kids. I can count on him to smooth things over when I get too preachy. No arguments there. Oh well. What's done is done. Me chewing you out isn't gonna change the past. Thanks, Vasaraga. I needed that save.
Hold on, Zeta. Don't move.
He reached up and applied a cool, damp salve onto my right cheek.
I wasn't lying when I said I was worried about you. See? You did get injured.
Hey, even the pros get banged up every now and then. It's not really an injury per se, more like a scratch. I'm amazed you even spotted it.
Just so you know, this medicine was made from the ingredients you collected. The hospital director was really happy for your help.
Sheesh. When was the last time someone coddled me this much over a tiny cut? I had to admit it felt nice. Thank you, Vahn.
I think we're about done here. Come on, Vahn. I'll take you home.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say Vahn had taken a shine to the big guy. It wasn't hard to see why, given the way Vasaraga treated him with kid gloves and all.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have my thanks for giving me a taste of Arves and Grinoth. You both handled those weapons with skill and finesse.
Damn right we did. You didn't even make us break a sweat.
Is that so?
I got the sense that this weapons nut wasn't actually invested in the fight itself. She just wanted an excuse to research our vests, and maybe to brag about her own collection.
Yeah, and we learned from her Fate episode that she does like to brag about her collection. And she cares more about the story of weapons than the weapons themselves.
Kind of funny how just talking about tools of destruction sends her into a frenzy. Then again, I get hyped about testing my combat skills, so who am I to judge? By the way, I think we deserve a bit of compensation for our troubles.
Oh dear, how silly of me. You're right. I must pay the price for losing the challenge. I suppose I could bid farewell to my precious, beloved Guybolg.
Oh, come on. Don't make me out to be the bad guy. How about this? Why don't you treat me to the tastiest dessert this Skydom has to offer? Magliel's frown vanished in the blink of an eye, and her tears dried up like magic. Though I'm not even sure she was
Yeah,
crying
no,
in the
she
first
probably
place.
wasn't.
Why, 'twould be my pleasure. Did you know there is a hidden gem of a bistro that serves pancakes topped with rare fruits right here in Seed Hollow?
Okay, it's actually kind of crazy how many small details they actually kept, because pancakes was mentioned multiple times in Magliel's stuff. So that's actually really cool, because she was in the base, like Zeta was in the base game. So they wrote that, and you couldn't use Magliel, she didn't have Fate episodes until the expansion came out. So you're talking, year and a half, 2 years. Well, whenever they wrote that, they kept the pancakes talk in there, which is kind of cool.
Shut up! What kind of rare fruits are we talking about?
Yeah, of course she's interested.
She was
though.
literally bouncing with excitement.
Cultivated by only the greenest of green thumbs. Each luxurious piece of nature's candy is a crowning achievement of sweetness. The cream of the crop. You simply must taste it to believe the capital's best kept secret.
Huh. So you do have other hobbies outside of weapon collecting. Alrighty, you're on. I'll be in touch about dates and stuff. As I left the castle hall behind, I saw that Vasaraga and Vahn hadn't gotten much of a head start on me. I ran to catch up to them, all the while wondering, does Vasaraga like pancakes?
That's the real question.
And as strange as it sounds, out of all the missions I'd wrapped up lately, I hadn't felt a greater sense of accomplishment than in that moment.
That's the real question. Does Vasaraga like pancakes? You can also ask, with that same question, does he hate waffles? Because clearly one means the other.
After the showdown with Magliel, it was a while before I saw Vahn again. Hey, little man. I was wondering when you were gonna pop in. How you holding up these days? His hair had grown out a bit since we last talked. I had no idea that much time had already passed. He seemed downcast, as if he had something heavy on his mind. Maybe I could get him to open up about it. Is there something you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, how should I put this? I like you, Zeta.
We know.
He was trying to keep his
Yes,
embarrassment at
we
bay,
know.
but the way he fumbled his words betrayed his emotions. Thanks. Is that all you wanted to tell me?
No, there's more. I'm gonna get stronger. As strong as you and Vasaraga.
He had a deadly
Alright.
serious look in his eye.
Alright,
Kid must have thought long and hard about this.
good luck with that.
Is that so? Here was a side of Vahn I had never seen before. More earnest. more mature. I felt a swell of pride as a smile crossed my face.
Yup. That's why I'm calling off all marriage proposals for now.
Ah, yeah, that good
Why the
thing.
sudden 180?
I just think it'd be better for us to stop seeing each other for a while.
Wasn't really happening to begin with. She was going about her business and you just showed up. So, that's on you.
Huh.
It's going to be tough on me, too. But I think we both need time apart.
I did not see this coming.
Oh, God.
No, don't talk like that. I refuse to let anyone get the wrong idea about us.
But I can't marry you yet.
There wasn't gonna be a wedding anyway. My point is you and I were never.
I'm sorry, Zeta. It's not you. It's me.
Oh no, he said the line. He said the line. God, this kid. Jesus Christ.
Stop! Don't even think about saying another word. He wasn't listening to me anymore. He'd already written his own headcanon. But you know what? It was sort of nice to be doted on. For what it's worth, I like to think I taught him a few life lessons, too. I'd forgotten what it was like to view the world through the innocent eyes of a child. Hanging out with Vahn took me back to a simpler time. Thanks for jogging my memory, little man. Funny thing is, dwelling on the past isn't my style. Not at all. Living in the now is my MO. But one thing's for sure. I'll never forget the time I spent with Vahn.
Alright. Alright, we got one more. Oh, is he gonna be like training a bit or something? Or is it gonna be the first one without Vahn in it?
Dear Zeta,
Okay.
I'm doing well. How about you? Thanks to all the hours I put into sword practice, the dojo accepted me as a disciple. I'm on my way to becoming a man worthy of your hand. I'm
Kid.
sorry you have to wait, but someday I'll take the stone you gave me to Fulka and have it made into a ring. Take care of yourself. Sincerely, Vahn. P.S. I don't mind if you see other people if it's just a fling.
This kid is great. Whoever wrote this had to have so much fun with it. Oh my god. This is great. I love this. This is how kids act too, which is even funnier.
You cheeky little brat. You just keep doing your thing, Vahn. It's funny how you don't miss someone until they're gone. Regardless, I was happy to hear that Vahn was doing well for himself. It's okay to see other people, huh? That's a good one. It's such a nice day today. The breeze was subtle, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Just as I was beginning to take in the morning calm, a lone figure appeared on the deck of the Grand Cipher.
Greetings, Zeta. Are you ready for the best pancakes of your life?
You better believe I was ready. Nothing gets between me and my dessert. Now let's just say when I arrive in Seed Hollow, and a certain lovelorn puppy dog comes sprinting over to propose to me, my answer to him would be,
No.
in your dreams,
Yeah,
little man.
yeah, okay, something like that.
Today is my first day off in forever.
I was
and
expecting
I'm
the
gonna
nope
party
again.
it up.
Oh god, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that. Whoever wrote that had a lot of fun.
Come again.
Alright, so I get to now put two more things in here which I need to figure out. Do I have more crit rate? Hopefully I do. I get actually no, I could probably imbue weapons. It'll be fine. Oh well, I'll figure it out between parts. Putting stuff in those sigil slots. They're kind of just whatever I have for now. But that's gonna do it for this part. It's actually happened a lot faster than I thought, because I thought I was gonna have to do 2 parts for the Fate episodes, but I was able to fit it in one. So cool. So we will be next part, starting, hopefully, assuming we can do that first quest, starting the Endless Ragnarok DLC, whatever that entails. So until next time, see ya.